The Donbas or Donbas is a historical, cultural, and economic region in eastern Ukraine and southwestern Russia. The word Donbas is a portmanteau formed from Donets Basin, in reference to the river Donets that flows through it. Multiple definitions of the region's extent exist, and its boundaries have never been officially demarcated. The most common definition in use today refers to the Donetsk and Luhansk regions of Ukraine, whilst the historical coal mining region excluded parts of these oblasts, and included areas in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast and southern Russia. A Euroregion of the same name is composed of Donetsk and Luhansk oblasts in Ukraine and Rostov Oblast in Russia. Donbas formed the historical border between the Zaporizhian Sech and the Don Cossack host. It has been an important coal mining area since the late 19th century, when it became a heavily industrialized territory. In March 2014, following the Euromaidan and 2014 Ukrainian Revolution, large swaths of the Donbas became gripped by unrest. This unrest later grew into a war between pro-Russian separatists affiliated with the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics and the post-revolutionary Ukrainian government. Until the ongoing war, the Donbas was the most densely populated of all the regions of Ukraine apart from the capital city of Kyiv. Before the war, the city of Donetsk had been considered the unofficial capital of the Donbas. Large cities also included Luhansk, Mariupol, Makiivka, Holyuka, Kramatorsk, Sloviansk, Alkevsk, Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. Now the city of Kramatorsk is the interim administrative center of the Donetsk Oblast, whereas the interim center of Luhansk Oblast is the city of Severodonetsk. On the separatist side, Donetsk, Makiivka and Holyuka are now the largest cities in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Luhansk and Alkevsk in the Luhansk People's Republic. The region has been inhabited for centuries by various Iranian and Turkic nomadic tribes such as Scythians, Bulgars, Peshtunegs, Kipchaks, Turco-Mongols, Tatars and Nogais. The region now known as the Donbas was largely unpopulated until the second half of the 17th century, when Don Cossacks established the first permanent settlements in the region. The first town in the region was founded in 1676, called Solenoy. As the Industrial Revolution took hold across Europe, the vast coal resources of the region, discovered in 1721, began to be exploited in the mid-late 19th century. It was at this point that the name Donbas came into use, derived from the term Donets Coal Basin, referring the area along the river Donets where most of the coal reserves were found. The rise of the coal industry led to a population boom in the region, largely driven by Russian settlers. The region was governed as the Bakhmut, Sloviansk Oblast and Mariupol counties of Yekaterinoslav Governorate. Donetsk, the most important city in the region today, was founded in 1869 by British businessman John Hughes on the site of the old Zaporozhian Cossack town of Oleksandrivka. Hughes built a steel mill and established several collieries in the region. The city was named after him as Yuzovka. With development of Yuzovka and similar cities, large amounts of landless peasants from peripheral governorates of the Russian Empire came looking for work. According to the Russian Imperial Census of 1897, ethnic Ukrainians comprised 52.4% of the population of region, whilst ethnic Russians comprised 28.7%. Ethnic Greeks, Germans, Jews and Tatars also had a significant presence in the Donbas, particularly in the district of Mariupol, where they comprised 36.7% of the population. Despite this, Russians constituted the majority of the industrial workforce. Ukrainians dominated rural areas, but cities were often inhabited solely by Russians who had come seeking work in the region's heavy industries. Those ethnic Ukrainians who did move to the cities for work were quickly assimilated into the Russian-speaking worker class. In April 1918, troops loyal to the Ukrainian People's Republic took control of large parts of the region. For a while, its government bodies operated in the Donbas alongside their Russian provisional government equivalents. The Ukrainian state, the successor of the Ukrainian People's Republic, was able in May 1918 to bring the region under control for a short time with the help of its German and Austro-Hungarian allies. In the 1917-22 Russian Civil War, Nestor Makhno, who had power and more or less consistently fulfilled his promises, was the most popular leader in the Donbas, along with other territories inhabited by Ukrainians. The Donbas was incorporated into the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic in the aftermath of the Russian Civil War. Cossacks in the region were subjected to decossacization during 1919 to 1921. Ukrainians in the Donbas were greatly affected by the 1932-33 Holodomor famine and the Russification policy of Joseph Stalin. As most ethnic Ukrainians